Hello everyone, if you're joining, gonna do some UB trading. I've supersized my depth of market for your viewing pleasure. Full screen action. Looks ridiculous, but hey, why not? Been a flurry of activity in the treasuries. I already traded a bunch today. We're gonna be trading a Top Step account. That's right, I passed last week. Today is the sixth day of my express funded account. Wait, is that right? Yeah, so I lost the first day. I had 4 profitable days, so today would be the fifth profitable day, and after 5 profitable days, you can do withdraw. So, and every day has been well over the $200 minimum. So I'm actually up already. Let me show you. Hang on a sec here. I don't want to give away any like personal info, so I'm gonna throw you guys on a BRB scene. I need to fix this. Hang on a sec. Before we get to that, let's fix this be right back screen. This logo is ridiculously huge. What is going on here? There we go. Okay, I'll leave you guys there for a sec. Let me take a look at this. Make sure there's no my name blatantly on the screen. I want to show you. I already did some trading today, so we're already in a good position. All right, let's do this. Let me bring you guys back here. So up here, I don't really have a way to blow this up. I'll start in the middle. So this is my Express account. You can't see the day count, but I'm already up 1,700 bucks for today. So, I mean, I could technically just stop trading this account, and it honestly isn't the worst idea. I could just switch to my brokerage account. Um, so right now we have an account balance of 8,600. I mean, 86, $8,700 on Top Step. Not too bad, and would be eligible for a withdrawal after today. So, also got an email from them yesterday, saying they've been watching my trades. They say we might call you up to the big leagues. Now I thought that might just be an email they send to everybody, in the Express accounts, but I asked around and people said no, they definitely don't just send that out. So that's kind of cool. So that would be awesome to move into a live account. Welcome everyone. I'll get to the chat here in a second. We got one thing and one thing only we need to do right now besides minimize this here. We'll just move this over here. We need to get the jazz music going. A staple of the CFT live stream. There we go. Now we're ready. Nothing says this will slow down the market to a crawl like some nice slow jazz. Hope everybody's doing fantastic. Alright, let's get to these comments here. Okay. Let's see. We got one dude spamming the chat, so we're gonna block him. We got two dudes spamming the chat, so we're gonna block him. And man, it's a full-time job. Alright. Whoops, sorry. Once again, I'm foiled by my own being stupid. You guys couldn't even see the spam stuff, so it didn't matter, but I got them all squared away. Jay, hey CFT, hello, Jay. Malik, thanks for subscribing. I love seeing the goblin, the goblin pop up. I crack myself up, guys, sometimes. I think I do all this to entertain myself more than anything. There's a noticeable... Okay, there we go. When can we expect the first updated trading strat videos? Good morning, by the way, and I'll get to that in a sec. Do you still trade the same way as your course? Yeah, so the course on my site, I still do the exact same trades. This morning, I was doing a catch-up. The little $1,700 here you see down the bottom, that was purely trading Ultra Bonds. I was trading 15 contracts, and doing the catch-up. So it's the same that's on my site. As for expected date for up trading, well, I completely bobbled that. Expected date for updated trading videos. Um, Good question. Not this week. How about that? Honestly, it'll be the end of the month. Like I'm kind of in the middle of it, but setting up the Discord definitely kind of like ate up a week of my time. So that kind of came out of nowhere. Well, I wouldn't say it came out of nowhere. I've been thinking about it for a long time, and then it's like lately just so many people are asking. I was like, all right, you know what? Let's just do it. So I spent a good week getting that set up and fine-tuned, and I mean, I'm sure there's still some cleanup to do, but so that kind of ate up a bit of time, unfortunately. But I think it was a worthwhile effort. People seem to like it. I like it. Um, and yeah. So, anyways, I'll be back to working on the course stuff now, but it's already the 15th. So, I supersized my DOMs just to fill up the screen, since this is all I really look at, anyways. I'm very tempted to not sure why. See, I never really monkey with the settings. Like, whatever, it's like putting a few of the digit, like the current activity in like small font, but the other activity in big font. Hang on, let me see if I can. I really admit it doesn't matter that much. Okay, tray column, no, it's not that one. Like that should just be, but it's not. Yeah, like I've got the font set to that. Like they all should be that. It might just be a glitch. Doesn't. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just kind of weird that the current activity is like small font. Yeah, I mean, this is all just. Let's try. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, none of that matters too much. I won't waste any time on that. Market depth. Might be market depth actually. Here. See if that fixes it. Nope. Yeah, that's not really market depth actually. Anyways. Okay, it does matter. Do you have to pay all prop firms data fees? So I'll get to that in a second. Which jazz is this? I like it. I just go on YouTube and I search for, here I can put it in the chat. There's plenty of YouTube channels that just stream music all day every day. So I seriously Google Christmas jazz music and pick the first one, but here I'll throw it in the chat. That's the one I'm listening to now. Do I have to pay prop firms data fees? I don't. I mean, if you're asking about me specifically, I don't, and I'll say why in a second. If you just mean in general, do prop firms charge data fees and you don't have another method to get data? Yeah, I mean, if you want the level 2, it depends on what you do too. Like, if you do the level 2 stuff, like, this is all level 2. All these, like, you know, showing the depth, that's all level 2, and you need the data. I'm just eyeballing this. See, the other day when I streamed, I got caught by this not once, but twice, where I was like, let's go long, it's gonna break the high. Even though it wasn't really set up how I like, and then sure enough, we ended up eating it twice, so I don't want to fool me third time. Anyways, and we're in a good position today. Kind of like, we're already up 1,700 bucks. Let's protect what we have. I'm not really looking to blow that. Let me finish my thought. So if you're with a prop fund company and you want data, yeah, you'll probably have to pay them for it. I don't, because I have a data feed already through my brokerage account. I have a couple brokerage accounts, so through a brokerage account, I have a data feed. So like, let's just use Apex as an example. I can connect Apex through NinjaTrader and then bridge it to Jigsaw. At the same time, I can connect my brokerage account to NinjaTrader and leverage its data, which I'm already paying for. So if that makes sense. So I don't need the data for like an Apex or UProfit or I mean, honestly, for any of them. I did set up just to like make it completely clear, because then somebody might say, well, why are you connected to RTrader? I did set up my TopStep account slightly differently. I wanted to try something. So I do pay TopStep for data because I wanted to do a direct connection into Jigsaw. I didn't want to monkey around with. This is really like looking tempting, guys. Let's ooh. Okay, we're in. I need to make these columns bigger. So we entered for 15 contracts, and I had it set to automatically put a 1 tick take profit on. That's why you immediately have a 1 tick take profit, because I'm trading 15 contracts, so every tick's about 460, 70 bucks. So we get filled here, we get a cool 470 less the commissions, but I mean, it's whatever it is. A few bucks, even if it's 20 bucks. We're working our way through the queue here. We're down to 48th position. Just need a little bit of juice up here. Come on. See, this is where the big there we go. We got filled. And you can see down here the P&L. I mean, I know it's small, but P&L jumped up to 2100. So we got a nice little 1 tick winner. That's why I like the treasuries. 1 tick, a lot of contracts. 400 bucks. It's magic, right? It's simple as that. I'm kidding. It is not as simple as that. But that's the gist of it. So all that to be said, I am paying TopStep for data because I wanted to directly port it into Jigsaw. I didn't want to also run NinjaTrader and do that whole workaround. Like for 35 bucks or whatever the data cost is, like I want to give it a shot, and it's works pretty well. So there you go. But if you're like a chart trader and you really don't care about the level 2 stuff, like you really don't need the level 2 data per se. Bonds are frisky this morning. A lot of activity. Gonna turn off this 1 tick winner. Just we'll play it by ear, see what our next trade is. Discord's been a lot of fun. Thanks for everybody for showing up. You never know how those things are going to go. Worst nightmares, I spend a week plus setting it all up and like 5 people show up and nobody talks. But it's been a nice showing. A lot of people in there talking shop, talking Canada, talking trading, talking travels. It's been a lot of fun. So this, to get back to the trading, since we were talking about my course and stuff, like this happened the other day too. It's really, I swear to God, every time I go live, one thing, usually when I go live it's dead. Second, the setups aren't really there. This morning, like, it did a catch-up. It was fantastic. But right now, it's not really, like, in setup mode, you know? Like, it's not primed for a catch-up or anything. If anything, I'll expect to see this fall down a bit. Remember someone the other day was asking too, like, okay, specifically, what do you look for? And that's the difficulty in explaining it, because it's not like ABC happened, so you enter trade. It's just like there kind of is, but at a high level, at the very like minute nuance level, it's difficult to say. You can't say, okay, well, when there's 150 here and there's less than half that, then you enter. Like, that's not always the case. Depends on the bids, the asks, what's happened the last few minutes leading up to it, what these guys are doing over here, how frisky it is, how not frisky it is, how rowdy I'm feeling. Here, let's see if, how can I do this? See, the problem, it's not really a problem, but with running the remote desktop here on the screen that you guys are looking at, is like like you're actually like we're technically looking at, in quotes, like a different computer off in Chicago, at the VPS server. So I can't just like drag and drop from like my screen to that one. I was going to show you my little top step graph, but that's not that important. Yeah, I saw that. I was at the gym, and I'm definitely not a gym bro, but I was on the treadmill and I saw that, so I watch, that's what I do at the gym, at the treadmill. I watch YouTube videos on my phone, with earphones, of course, but I actually watched the video that Jigsaw put out with the new features, so. Some of them look cool. I don't know how many of them I would use. Maybe the I don't know how to describe exactly, but like it's not really showing it now, so it's kind of, you know, when it like is moving quickly and it shows the tail, and you can have that like disappear. You can have stuff disappear that's not in the tail. I can see that being really useful for like ES and stuff, things that move a bit more. I mean, maybe the treasuries also. I know they have the feature where you can clear these out at some predefined interval. Like I don't. For treasuries, they don't bother me that much. The only thing that bothers me right now is that these two numbers are small. Like, wish they were just normal size, but for some reason. But yeah, Jigsaw continues to do it right. I'm a fan of the Jigsaw. I've had a couple of companies ask me over the time, and they're like, hey, check out our software. We do what Jigsaw does, or you should try us and try a different way. It's like, no thanks. Like, Jigsaw does everything I want it to do, and I'm pretty deep in the Jigsaw ecosystem, you know, like all my videos are on Jigsaw. Like if all of a sudden I switch to some other rando platform, it's like, oh yeah, all those other videos that I made, I don't do that anymore. I do something else. Like, no. And I just, like, I love it. Like, it's been great. They've been around for a long time. No reason why. Let's see. Sucks for me. I'm trying to use the Sierra chart DOM. Alright, yeah. Because the prop firm of interest only supports Rhythmic for Jigsaw. And Rhythmic quality is atrocious. Really, see, well, maybe, see, I've never used CR charts. I know, like, a ways back, like, I know CR charts is popular. Like, I've never used it. But I remember somebody well over a year ago messaging me, like, they had kind of doctored up CR charts to kind of be as close to Jigsaw as possible in terms of, like, the columns and stuff that you can use. Like, I just don't know. Like, I don't use CR charts, so... but I got it. And see, I haven't had any problems with Rhythmic lately. But that said, I mean, I'm pretty, like... It's not like I'm sitting on Rhythmic all day, every day. Like, I really go in, trade a couple hours, and I'm out. So I might have just avoided downtimes just out of dumb luck, so... I don't really watch ZB anymore. I just found, like, I really wasn't... It's not that it's bad or anything, it's just I just found myself, like, I don't know how to say it. Like, I didn't need a second or third thing to look at, kind of, you know, like, I was happy with... I found myself much more... When I was looking at ZB, ZN, and trading UB, I just found myself looking at ZN for the most part, so I was like, well, why am I bothering to, like, take up space with ZB? But nah, I just, this is what I've been going with for a good while lately, and, it's working out, so... ZB, kind of talked about this the other day. I mean, it is a nice product because you get the benefit of the large, I mean, in my opinion, you get the benefit of the larger per tick value. Like, it's also $31.25 before commissions, but it moves a little bit slower. So it's kind of a nice, like, I mean, and makes sense. I mean, the ZB and the UB are technically the 30-year treasuries, but just different expiration, well, not different amounts of time left until expiration on those 30-year contracts, if that makes sense. So it's effectively the same product, just like a different, like, slide the scale over a bit to the expiration, if that makes sense. So, nice, you know, productions. So I didn't move to Niagara. So I live in Montreal. Um, I might have. See, I don't remember what I was talking about exactly. Um, there was a short while where I was thinking about buying a house in Niagara Falls area for the winters, just because they're a bit more mild there. I didn't, and I don't think I would. Just like I visited and stuff. Just this last summer and the summer before, I believe. But anyways, like I like it over there, but I don't like it enough to like set up shop over there. So, but lovely area. Kind of cool. Like you got all the wineries. Like people, like a lot of people, like even in Canada, don't realize there's like wine country. You know, like over there. Like that's kind of cool. I'm from Newfoundland to Ottawa in the fall. Nice. So here, I'll talk shop with you about Newfoundland and Ottawa. Um, I was born in Nova Scotia, but where I am right now. I'm visiting Nova Scotia, visiting my parents for the holidays. I was born in Nova Scotia, like in this city. We moved though to Newfoundland, St. John's, when I was a kid, like under a year old, and I spent the first 11 years of my life in St. John's, Newfoundland. If you live in St. John's, I lived on Torbay Road, right across from the Stanley. It used to be the Stanley Steamer. I don't know what it is now. Anyways, but when we moved from Newfoundland, we moved to Ottawa. So it's like, are you following me? Are you gonna move to Vancouver next? But anyways, yeah, we moved to Ottawa. I spent my teenage years in Ottawa, and then we moved to the burbs of Vancouver. But anyways, yeah, so I'm familiar with St. John's and Newfoundland in general. I mean, to a degree. I mean, I was a kid, but I still remember like St. John's pretty well. And I'm actually planning on going back next summer for the regatta. Just it's a reason to go back, you know. Like I wanted to go check out Newfoundland many decades later, like after having living there. Gonna drive the Porsche. Anyways, and Ottawa, yeah, Ottawa's a cool town. I like Ottawa. My brother lives in Ottawa. He works for the government. Alright guys, trading wise, we're focused. We had some more activity today, so it's a good sign. So far so good. We're seeing some activity. Unlike the other days I chose to stream. We've got some activity, we're up a few grand, feeling good. It's Friday. Let's get another home run, hopefully. Don't need to push it. Welcome everyone, 27 of you watching. For those of you that just joined, did one trade, one tick on the stream, 15 contracts, going big, trading the Top Step Express account today on the 5th profitable day, and already profitable, so I'm looking forward. See, this is full circle for me. My very first evaluation many years, well not many, about 4 years ago now, was Top Step. Like everybody. Well, no, I shouldn't say like everybody. Back in the day, we only had a few selections, and Top Step was like the king, so first eval was with Top Step. I think I passed in my first month. I thought this is easy. And then a year later, fast forward a year later, after many failed evaluations and passing and blowing accounts like most people do, I realized it was well before that, but it took me a year to turn the corner and actually get profitable. But that was back in the day when Top Step had 2 steps. You actually had to go through 2 steps to pass. And you had to trade 5... Actually, I think back in the day it was... I could be wrong on this, but you had to trade a minimum of 5 days on step 1 and a minimum of 10 days on step 2. I could be wrong on that. And then I think they changed it to 5 and 5. And then eventually they just went to the 1 step like last summer, I want to say. to kind of keep up with the times. But anyways, sorry, I'm just watching, hoping for some rowdy, frisky Ultra Bond activity. So I never really toyed with Top Step much, that kind of in between time, because it's like just went the other routes, the apexes, you profits, take profits, whoever else. But Top Step, I passed in 3 days, and now we're on day 6 of Express Funded account. Alright, we're kind of seeing the same thing that happened earlier. But I'm checking my list. Wait, what's that Santa song? Making a list, checking it twice. That's it. Doesn't really apply here. I don't know why I thought it would. I guess because this kind of looks like a list. I am checking it twice though. I'm watching over here. I'm tempted to enter here, but I see them selling a lot over here. Sell bad, buy good. At least if we want to break up. So we're gonna hold the fort, guys. We're up 2,100 bucks. Let's play cool. Let's play cool. What's everybody else trading? Mohammed, good morning. Christmas is coming, guys. Be sure to roll all your contracts to, if you haven't already. You probably should have anyways, like a while ago, like beginning of this week or before. But today is the last day to trade any of the December contracts, so you don't want to do that. We're trading that March Ultra Bond. Have been for a couple weeks now. Treasuries kind of roll a bit earlier, or the volume rolls forward, I should say. See, we're in an interesting situation here. Like, this is pushing its high, but the 10 years over here are just, like, not budging. We're being patient, guys. We're being patient, we're being prudent, we're being all the P words. A lot of math going, I shouldn't say math, a lot of analysis going on in my melon now, just watching these numbers change, looking at the power struggle. It really is just like a virtual game of tug of war. Like who's got a little more and who's given up. You know, these guys are giving up a little bit. They're pulling their limit orders. Oh, For Money's trading, yes. For Money, the Apex Master, guys. You want tips on passing evals, you talk to For Money. She's many funded accounts, done many withdrawals. Oh, speaking of Apex, I don't know why I forgot till now, but I'm sure you saw or have heard. They're running a promo. Still running the deal, but they're running a promo. They put out a video with the specifics. See, I'm glad I didn't get lured into that break high because they didn't. They kind of touched high, but then they pulled back. Anyways, what am I gonna say? Oh, you can pass Apex in 1 day now, and that applies to all current accounts. So if you're already in a val with Apex and you already met the profit goal, congrats, you passed today basically. And if you sign up for one, you can pass in 1 day, and that runs till August 27th. So you have to pass in 1 day thing goes until not August, I completely take that back, December 27th. So as long as you pass before the end of the trading day, December 27th, the 1 day thing works. After that, it'll switch back to the normal. And then the deal runs until the end of the month. A lot of people saying they should run a 90% off. Agree. I don't know. Maybe they will the last few days of the promo. They'll be like, hey, guess what? Everything's 90% off also. But I don't know. Because they also said they're not going to run 90% off for a good while. So no idea. Dave, I will, yeah, I'll try to. I mean, I do my best to do that stuff, but I also, like, have other stuff to do. So, going back and rewatching my videos and figuring out the timestamps is always the best. What I should do is jot them down when I do them. So far, there's only been one trade, so let's put it that way. So I can definitely do it today because I can go back and find that one, and if we do any more, I'll note the time. It also isn't too hard, quite honestly, because I can just skim through the video and look for when, like, all the green and the purple and the stops and everything is on the screen. I'm like, I must be in a trade there. So far, one trade on stream. That was a quick one-tick winner. Yeah, there's no catch-up now. It's kind of, like, not doing all the stuff I normally say it does, so... It's amazing how that works. Earlier it was. Earlier, I didn't record. Actually, I was going to screen record it, but it's on my laptop, and I don't know. Sometimes it just feels like after the fact, it's like, alright, whatever. But there was like a catch-up earlier, but it was on the low side. Like, this is a couple hours ago. Man, we've traded like a big range today. But it was perfect catch-up earlier. Like, ZN was down at its low, and I don't remember where, but let's say it was at this specific low. And UB was somewhere like up here, so I traded a few ticks, and that's how I got the bulk of the profits that I already made before I started streaming. But yeah, right now it's like they're in sync. Like, all is back in harmony right now. It's very zen. They're both trading a couple ticks off the high. Maybe we can get a proper break high now. That would be slick. I'll be curious to see what firms... Oh, shit. That, like, really bounced up. I mean, two ticks for Ultra Bond and a flash. That's really bounced up. I know that for you NQ veterans, that's like child's play. That's nothing. That's like a off hours move, but... I'm hesitant, guys. I'm playing defensive here. We got some nice profits locked in. I mean, we could always trade just 5 contracts, not 15, like I'm prone to do. That might be the play, actually. Let's just go easy with just a 5er. You know what's nice is if you trade in like 4s or 8s, you get nice round, even-ish numbers, like for your profit and loss. It's just since Ultra Bond trades in 30 seconds, so you know you trade 8 lots, it's 8, 16, 24, 32. If that makes sense. But alas, I like 5, 10, 15s myself. See, everything was in tandem, and now you got Ultra Bond taken off like a raped ape. Not really. But it's pushing the high, and the 10-years over here is goofing around. It's Friday. I did... You know what? I was going to say I didn't because I don't often, but I think I did actually. Not on stream. It was like when I first fired this up, like trading this morning. Not like some huge range play, but at the time it was bouncing around. So before it broke low, again earlier this morning, it was bouncing around somewhere. I honestly forget what price. I'm horrible at like remembering what price level something happened at. Like it was probably in here, like where there was some volume. It was either in here or in here. But I just took like it was like a 1 or 2 tick. Like, just because it was like back, forth. I was like, alright, let's try to grab a tickaroo. See? Keep, pushing high and then backing off. See, I don't like they're close to the top here, and what I don't like doing is going short here, and then it turns around, they start pressing high, and then boom, it runs away on me. I mean, it hasn't happened, like, obviously, but still, there's always that, like, I'm perfectly content waiting to see if we can get a setup that's nice, where, like, they are pushing the high, and maybe the 10 years are up here pressing the high. Even better, the 10 years go at it first, but that really hasn't seemed to be the case this morning, so. I mean, we got all day. 40 people watching. Welcome, everybody. Trading those ultra bonds. I made my depth of markets ultra enormo size, full screen effectively for your viewing pleasure. Normally like a quarter of the size. This jazz isn't bad, but I gotta admit, it's not my favorite. Let me see what I can find here, guys. Okay, let's give this one a go. Gonna buzz that one out like I'm on one of those shows. I can't think of the names of the shows, but you know what I mean, where they judge people on their performances. Alright, here's one with jazz music and a crackling fireplace. Granted, the crackling fireplace is cool if you're looking at the fireplace, but if you're just listening to it, it's probably a little bit annoying. So let me continue down the road here, guys. These are the important. See, people ask, you know, give me some tips for trading. You know, I want to be profitable. I'm firing bullets right now. Like, find good jazz music. Often, you know, underrated secret tip. Make your depths of markets monster size. Secret tip. Let's see. Come on, I gotta find something here. Old Christmas songs. Let's see how this one is. Although this isn't jazz, this is just like music. We've ventured well off the beaten path, guys. Let me circle back here. Let's get back. I feel like I walked over to, like, it'd be like me trading NQ, you know, we went a little too far. Let's try this one. Ooh, there we go. Christmas jams, a little up tempo. All right. Patience paid off. We found what we wanted. You know what, Gail? I don't know. That is a mystery. I was trying to solve that mystery earlier, and I couldn't figure it out. It all started when I made my depth of markets monster size here. For some reason, those two numbers, the current activity only, is like the original font size, and I wasn't finding it in the settings. So I'm not sure. It might just be, honestly, like a little Jigsaw special. Occasionally there's little glitches and stuff. Might just be a Jigsaw special. I know we were talking earlier. They rolled out an update. I assume I need to download it. I mean, I know I do. I haven't yet, but... Mike Home from SoCal. Man, you guys, everybody says where they're from. I swear I've lived everywhere people live. So we're talking about Newfoundland, we're talking about Ottawa earlier. I've lived both those. I lived in Southern California for 4 years. It's been a good while, but I lived in the valley, man. The valley, the 818. Early out of college, moved to LA. I liked it there. Texas, I've not been. Montreal, current resident. Texas, I visited Texas. I visited the big ones in Texas. Dallas, Houston, San Antonio, San Marcos, Austin. Here we go. These guys are pushing it up again. Hey, the 10 years are actually... They're getting up there. And these guys are pulling their offers. Another number to look at. You see these go negative. You're seeing a lot of blue here, means buying. Blue plus negatives here, plus near high equals maybe trade. Is that jazz music? Really set these people on fire. So these guys are buying it up. So you can watch too. It's not just about where they are. It's like what people are doing. Like, you know, people are starting to trade up here. They like it. I think this warrants a 5-lot entry. I need to get rid of these like 3 decimal digits as well. Like, I don't know that I saw people complaining about it on Jigsaw, like Discord, and I don't know if you can or can't. We can't get in too much trouble with 5 lots. Nice casual 5 lots on the Ultra Bond, 150 a tick. Set ourselves a nice, what's that, a 3-tick winner just to get in the queue. Let's be hopeful. Can you just shift the tab to hide the unnecessary digits? The problem is it aligns to the other side. So if I shift the tab, it just hides that one. It doesn't. It hides the front number, not the last one. And there we go. We got out. How about that? I was busy goofing around with the column spacing, and hey, we got ourselves a nice little winner there. Heyo. Alright, our P&L up to 2,600 for the day. I know that's small. I don't know that I have a way to make our trader bigger, but down here in the bottom left. Got ourselves a nice $9,500 balance in old Top Step. Taking them the cleaners. Watch out, guys. Putting Top Step out of business. Just kidding. But, hey, if we can round this up to 10 G's total balance, I'm down for that. Yeah, I was so busy up here goofing around with the column sizing. All I saw was that the numbers disappeared, and that means, oh, you're out of the trade. Like, oh, shoot. Awesome. See, right now, they're both at their highs. I like that. I really like the catch-up, guys. I really wish there was more catch-up action, but this works, too. So now it's a good time to sit and wait. Sometimes, nothing happens. I'm going to turn this music down a touch. I feel like I'm screaming and talk over it. Sometimes, not always, nothing's 100% in trading in life, but, you know, you get those little rushes to the high, you get a little pullback, like any product. Come on, I'm not talking, this isn't rocket science. I mean, sometimes you get those charges where it just runs and runs, but other times, you know, you get the push, and then they pull back some. Then you get a little push, and they pull back some. Just ride the waves, man. It's like surfing. Dave Grant, yeah. So because they were both kind of at their highs, I mean, I probably would have entered regardless, but regardless of what 10 years we're doing, but it's extra comforting when they're both at their highs. All the buying activity was in that direction. Same with the 10s. I mean, quite honestly, that take profit I set was, I want to say arbitrary, but that's like normally what I'd go for anyways, like 2-3 ticks. So it's a nice, we've been watching this for a while, right? Tends to ebb and flow, you know, a few ticks here, back a few ticks. So like if I set a 20 tick take profit, that's unreasonable. But at the same time, like a 1 tick take profit might be selling myself short. So 4 ticks felt right, a lot of feel, and 4 ticks it was. So yes, but the short answer to your question is yes, break high. With a break high, there's a lot of momentum and buyers behind it, so hey, a little extra bonus that it actually popped up those 3 ticks and hit our take profit. So, and we may well do the same thing. Ooh, they're getting rowdy. They're getting rowdy. I am very tempted to do. I'm gonna set the next one over here on the right. It says 2W, so those are like my predefined strategies, if you will. If you use Trade Evade, it'd be like a bracket thing, whatever. ATMs and NinjaTrader, all different names, same thing. So basically, as soon as I enter a trade, it will automatically put a 2-tick winning take profit order in. It just then it's immediate. Like I don't have to do it, and I mean, you potentially get a little bit better queue position, just those few extra seconds. You never know, and it just happens. It saves me a click. How about that? It's kind of my next. Let's see if we can get one of those. Let it cool off. Let it cool off. We'll sit on the sidelines. I'm all good. So, once again, we have our 10s over here at our favorite, kind of up near the high, as well as the Ultra Bond. So if we can see a little bit of magic. I can't read your name, but I appreciate you for subscribing, only if anything, because it brings up the picture of the goblin. So. I need to work the goblin into more of my stuff. I feel like that's a priority this weekend. So, guys, if we can get a few clues, we're almost like Columbo out here looking for clues. Give us a clue that you want to go back up. But right now, I'm seeing some negatives. I mean, I'm looking more at the 10 years here because the numbers are bigger. And see, yeah, you get a lot of people pull in their orders. You see these guys loading up. The pressure's downward, so we want to chill for a bit. There, I'll bring this back up. I'm not looking to go short. Like, I'm really just waiting for it to set up to go long again, is also it. Like, I'm not going to try to chase it up and down. It's not worth it. Rather wait for a real nice setup, pick it off for 15 lots again. That'd be real sweet. 15 lotter, 2-tick winner. Like a baseball player, like pointing, like hitting a home run. This one's a home run. I'm calling this one. We're going for 15 lot, 2-tick winner on the next time. Okay, guys. I'm putting an order here. I'm hoping we get a little flash sale here. Might not. They might just run away and so be it. But if we can get a little tick down, get filled, and then they bop it back up. See, these guys are pushing that high too now. I'm good with this. So let's try to get filled here. And then it's going to set an automatic take profit at 22. And I mean, I don't love love to think this way, but sometimes I do. We have a bit of buffer in terms of we're already up a nice chunk today. So like say a trade went against us, 3 ticks, like we're still good. Ah, see, it took off without me. You sneaky Pete, you sneaky Pete's. See, these guys are pushing the high. So now the real question is, ooh, man, these guys, all right. We got to reevaluate here. These guys are running away. Quick change of plans. Let's see if we can get a fill here. Might regret this. All right, we got fills. I turned off the 2-tick winner real quick. I don't know if you saw me clicking around. Just with a little bit of flurry of fun. Let's set it here. I might live to regret this decision. But so far, in general, it's been going high, pulls back, goes higher, pulls back, so. I'm waiting it out. Anyways, just for kicks. Alright, let me look at this. Sorry. From your guide, when the price action is the right, the higher the low a day, and all the treasury respective action points, and the bring further, it's time to jump in and grab some ticks. Agree. I mean, nothing's universal or 100%, and I mean, yeah, that's like I should have been jumping in right when it was right there at the high based on that, but sometimes, especially because I'm trading like relatively a lot of contracts, every tick is a lot of money, like 450 bucks, you know, so if I could, that's why I was trying to get like a little bit better price, didn't get it, took off without me, but that's okay. Buy 132.05. I don't know if that means you bought 132.05, but I'm not planning on putting in a buy order and sitting waiting for that to transpire. Elim. Do you find that... Sorry, I'm like going back and forth, guys. I'm looking at your guys' messages, but also I'm trying to keep my eyeballs on this. Do you find that a 2-tick stop on Dom gets you stopped out a lot? Feels like they sweep the stops a couple times. Yeah, I mean, you see me, I'm not even have a stop on right now, so yeah. It's true. I mean, like on a slower day, you might be able to. Or you'll have time, like you could put a 2-tick stop and then just kind of sit and see and like maybe move it to 3. Today is definitely more frisky, but... I have confidence in the good Ultra Bond people at the Ultra Bond factory that they can, they will bring this back up. See, actually, speaking of my little setups and stuff, the 10 years are still over here and near the highs. The Ultra Bond is now 1, 2, 3, 5 ticks off of its highest traded price. So if I was not in a trade already where I'm down 2, 3 ticks, I'd probably be looking at entering here. Like there was a better setup to be had and see if we could get a catch up. And then, I mean, honestly, that's my favorite trade. You do a catch up and it catches up and then it breaks high. You get like 2 for 1. But at this point, we might just get that little bit of break high. And I mean, this is always up for... I'm actually going to click a button here. I'll explain in a second. This is up for possible movement. If it really starts to charge, why take 3 when you can have 4? But we'll worry about that when it happens. Guys, if you're familiar, or you're not familiar, say with Jigsaw, and you're wondering, CFT, what are all those cool buttons? I mean, I love your purple and green. I know you're saying that, but S to P and L to P. S to P is the one I use the most. It means stop to. Honestly, I don't know what it means. It means like stop to price or stop to point or something. Basically, if I had a stop loss, here I'll just show you. Also, stop loss down here. If I have S to P enabled, anywhere I click, it just automatically moves the stop loss. Like I don't need to click on, if I don't have that enabled and I just click, not, well, I take that back. For stops, it'll automatically move it anyways as well. You can force it though. I'm going to clear out of this. If you hit L to P, means your limit order or your take profit price. Sure, I'll move it. So like you can just click around then. So based on which of these is clicked, so if I had a stop here, which I can throw one on, because I have L to P clicked, it'll only move the limit. Move it to stop to price, only moves the stop. And there you go, there's your Jigsaw lesson for the day. So I'm going to enable L to P because if this starts charging up, I can just quickly click a different price and move it. Your other option is, if you don't have that clicked, now nothing should happen. Well, I take that back. You know what? Maybe I don't know Jigsaw as well as I thought. Either it's goofy or I don't know what I'm talking about, guys. I think there's like nuance in this. Like if you only have one thing and you click, it knows, okay, you want to move that one thing. But if I had two things clicked, it wouldn't know which one to move. Something like that. Anyways, what do I know, guys? I'm a simple Canadian. Just out here trying to make a buck, sitting in a 3-tick loser. When I used to trade Dom using strats, I actually used a 2-tick stop due to my small account size, and I think the tight stop was one of the main reasons I didn't find it. Maybe, and I mean, honestly, yeah, like, hopefully in anything I put out, I try to be clear, like, nothing works all the time, or just, like, I change, too, over time. Like, I think those videos I made are, like, 2 years old now, honestly. I think I made that course, like, December 2021, so, as this runs, like, 5 ticks against me now. How much pain do I want to take, guys? How much pain? I haven't given up. I'm holding on to hope. And then when I'm down here at like a $10,000 loser, you guys say, I told you so. But oops, I clicked the garbage can, which clears out all the activity. See, we set ourselves up for failure. Not taking a 2-tick loser. Not waiting for that potential catch-up, which never transpired. Sorry, I'm checking my email and stuff, waiting for something good to happen on the screen. Let's see what's happening on Discord. There wasn't much the last I checked. Everybody's busy trading away. Sometimes I like to look at the different companies' Discords, see what people are saying, seeing if they're mad. Seeing people ask the same questions. Yep, people on Apex already saying they're blowing accounts, trying to chase those one-day passings. Don't be one of those. Sorry guys, I'm catching up on my reading, seeing what, last I checked you Profits Discord, it was a dumpster fire. Seems they've cleaned it up. Yeah. Still some people complaining, but that seems to be the norm in most of the company Discords. Alright, let's make this just a smidge bigger. Actually, here, I got a useful use of my time. Let's pop on Jigsaw Discord and look for It's funny as I see people on Jigsaw Discord complaining about having no decimals on their prices. I have the opposite problem. I have too many decimals. Let's see. A lot of people saying it's just a glitch and Jigsaw will fix it. So there we go. Maybe I've always had 3 decimals. I just never really paid attention before. Caught my eye today though. Oh well, I'm not too worried. It doesn't ultimately matter in life. Yeah, I agree. ZN, you could get away with a 3-tick stop and really manage it. Plus you have this deep, I really should, I don't know why, like, I think I'm deep in the Ultra Bond ecosystem and it's worked out well. But over here on ZN, you could go, I shouldn't say this, but you could, if I wanted to trade the same amount, equivalent, like I could double the number of contracts on ZN, but you get a little bit slower movement. So like for picking off a 1 or 2 tick, you got a bit more time to like monkey and react with it over here on ZN. So honestly, it wouldn't be the worst decision in my life to like go even bigger on ZN and like use some tighter stops. And you could even like honestly like, I mean I'm not a huge fan of it, but you could like ladder, like say you're in for 15 contracts, say okay, like after 2, wipe out, get me out of 5 of them. And then if it goes 3, get me out of 5 more. Like ladder it a bit, but give yourself still the option to maybe run up. But I'm not that sophisticated. Why don't I close the trade? You kidding? With all this hot action? I also like to live dangerously. The famous Austin Powers quote. Not even worried. I'm having had too much fun hanging out. See, this gives you guys some entertainment. Yeah, exactly. Don't. I feel like I'm like I'm the perfect like example of don't do what I do what I say, or flip flop those. Like do all the stuff I wrote on my site or I put in like videos but if you watch me live, just don't, because usually like. Nah, there would be a point where I would say, I'm out. I've had enough. But that point was not reached. It's probably getting close. It would only take so much of a haircut, but yeah. See, right now, forget the past. Right now, we're back up in here. These guys moving back up. They took an extended vacation down here. They checked it out. They didn't like it. They said, you know what? Let's go back up where CFT's hanging out. It's much more fun up here. That's how I like to think of the market, and all the people trading, they're thinking exactly that, right? Like, oh, that's no fun down there. Let's go back up there. Exactly how people think. Do. Wish I played an instrument. I don't. I'd be a good like hype man, maybe. Like I'd be the goblin of Necrogoblin. I'd be that. I'd just be like the front man who runs around and kind of like the circus clown, gets people excited for the band. Friday. What is there, like one? No, there's still a weekend before Christmas, but next weekend is like the weekend kind of before Christmas. Like, I'll be curious to see what companies do what on the deal front. I really should. Every year I think I should like write down, just for easily memory, like, you know, who did what deals when, but honestly, what does it matter? Like, they'll just come out when they come out. I know there was definitely, and I almost feel like I remember, like, there was whatever at Christmas, but there was almost more of a push, like, for January 1st. Like, hey, new year, start fresh, whatever. Get into futures trading, start your new career. You too can dust off thousands of dollars. If you so choose. But if you want, you could make money. It's up to you. Take control of your future. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be the best marketing person. Do you like staring at computer screens and making money and losing money all in the same day? Then I've got a job for you. Futures trading. All the kids are doing it. It's music saving the day, if anything. If anything's saving the day, it's the music. This was the channel. I need to save this channel. I'm going to do that right now. I would agree. Like, I really don't live stream much. I mean, I've live streamed more in the last 2 weeks than I have in my last 4 years. I think I did like all of 2 live streams the last 3.5 years, and I've done whatever, like 4 now in the last couple weeks. But I do it for fun. I don't do it because I feel obligated to. I'm like, let's get in there and do some trade and have a bit of fun. I'll never be one of those people who's doing it every day, like some of the others. Man, it's like paint drying. Time is 10:40. All right. Need to start doing like other streamers, watch like YouTube videos and stuff, bring them up, comment. I only talk about Jigsaw so much. Trading prop firms, travels. Can I go over this trade? Sure. So it all started when it was pushing the high. And so were the 10 years, I believe. And so I decided to go long at 23. I said I'd take profit of 3 ticks. And I did a little demo about moving that. But anyways, then it slowly worked itself against me. Then it came back up, almost back up to here, and now it's worked itself back down here. That's an overview of what happened. In terms of, is it like good demo and what people should do? Nah, not whatsoever. But I have faith. I have faith, and honestly, part of it is like I can take the heat. Like, Yeah, should I got out with like a 2-3 tick loser? Yeah, absolutely. But at this point, we've spent a good amount of time up in this range, so I'm kind of holding on to see if we can get another run up here. If it moved against me a decent amount more, get out. But for now, the heat's only on medium level, it's not on high. Doot, doot, doot. You bet. But yeah, definitely not a clinic in best trading practices by any means. We might just eat it here. Let's take the L. The heat's moving up to. Tell you what, let's put a stop here. Let's see if we can recover anything. Let's salvage something out of this loser. Rearrange, not rearrange, but just tidy up my layout here. There we go. Alright, let's jump ship. Take a nice $4,500 haircut. Be curious to watch, but yeah, so far not so good. Seeing a lot of selling. Oh well. I like the No BS course, No BS day trading course. It's been a while since I took it. It definitely helped early on. I mean, it teaches you great trading like that. I'm just kidding, of course. But no, it helped, especially early on, just trying to understand like order flow, market dynamics. I think John trades, in the courses at least, he trades like the 5 and the 10 years. I want to say the 10 years more, which is, so you do get the benefit of the deeper kind of order book thing. Well, not thing, but you know what I mean, deeper order book. So you get a slower kind of movement to pick stuff off. No, I mean, John's an intelligent guy. I mean, watch his free YouTube videos as well. He just put one out like a month ago or something like that. You definitely get a taste of his style. But no, I think the course were worthwhile. I got more out of the first one than the second one. I think the thing was I took the first one, then I traded a bunch for a while. Then I took the second one, but by the time I took, or the advanced one, by the time I took the advanced one, I'd kind of already figured out all the stuff that he's teaching it. So like, if you want to do the advanced one, I'd almost do it like right away, like just like layer them essentially. But even just the basic one, I felt like it was pretty helpful. Thanks, John. Ah, good. I'm glad you like it. Long time coming, I know. I mean, there's really other than John Grady's course, I don't even know any others. If you know them, name them. But webinar part of the real course. Yeah, I agree that the basic and advanced courses are just like a prime. Like if you know nothing about like order flow and stuff, like they're good. But the webinars that he does, I mean, they cost more, obviously, but I've heard nothing but good things about them. I've never done them, but hey, you're welcome, Dave. As far as other people, like I honestly don't even know anyone else doing courses. Like I put in quotes my free course on my site because it's not like an extensive course. It's more just like here's what I do and whatever. A bit of info about Jigsaw and order flow and whatever. But like I don't know anyone who has like a proper course other than John Grady. So that is a good question. Not a lot of info out there. Jigsaw, I mean, Jigsaw is a course, like when you get Jigsaw, they have a course that comes with it, but from what I remember, it's more like, it's a combo of like functionality, just like how to use it and how to set it up, and some trading stuff. But Peter made the course, and it was more focused on ES, from what I remember. It's been years. I've been using Jigsaw like 3+ years now, something like that, so... No, I'm not. I mean, yeah, it's 4,500 like fun to lose? No, of course not. But no, I mean, some days you make a few grand, sometimes you make 5 figures, some days you lose 4,500. Like I wouldn't like go on a tear now and try to make it back or anything like that. Like it's just part of the deal. So. I mean, it's not like I came out of the gate, started trading like years ago, like 15 lots, but kind of grew up to that. There you go. Yeah, I have not looked at their course in forever, and like it might have even changed. I can't always stay on top of them. I know for a while they were working with somebody else and offering a course, but I think that was just temporary. But I think like I don't know. I don't like some stuff. Like if it doesn't interest me, I'm just like, all right, whatever. Like they've got some other course they have now. But yeah, there was a while back. It's been over a year, if not two. Jigsaw was I wish I could remember this. I swear they were partnered with some other company, but that company ended up being like a scam. I say that lightly just because I'm not 100% sure. There was something bad about the company. It like either went out of business or it was a scam or it just something, and it was like, oh, good job partnering with them. It was short-lived. Whatever it was short-lived, and I honestly cannot remember who it was or what it was specifically. But I remember seeing it when I saw them partner with whoever it was. Actually, I think I might remember now, but I won't say. But anyways, I was like, oh, no, bad news coming from this. Sure enough. Yeah, I mean, stupid trade. Shouldn't have waited for it to go down that many ticks. But yeah, like if I was like gonna like be homeless because I took that much of a loss, I wouldn't have taken that much loss. So we're joining Aptero soon, and we'll see about their Nadro course. Highly regarded, but again, it's not really Dom focused. Yeah, I can't remember. It was you. We were talking about Apteros somewhere the other day. I have like the worst memory for stuff like this, like where or who I talked to about what. But yeah, Merritt Black, Apteros, all that. Yeah, I don't have like a job, or in quotes, a job, Petru. I mean, when I first started futures trading, like I came from a corporate background and management consulting and all this stuff, and I was an independent consultant. But I was slowly kind of working myself out of that and into futures trading, and then I don't know. It's been several years, but so at first I was doing both, and that's honestly why originally went like I never like showed my face, and I kind of stayed anonymous for a Canadian futures trader. It was originally just because I was still in consulting, and I didn't want consulting clients to find my futures trading stuff and being like, hey, wait a sec, why is there a consultant like off trading futures like on YouTube and stuff, putting out videos and whatever. So I kept this anonymous, and then I worked myself out of consulting. Like I just kind of lost interest in it over time, and futures was going well. But kind of just stayed with the way things are now, anonymous, Jigsaw, all that stuff. So yeah. But yeah, no, now all I do is futures trade. And have been for 3 years or so. Like completely. And it works out well. I don't have a boss. I don't have anyone I have to talk to. That was the thing. I like consulting and stuff. I worked for myself, but ultimately you still have clients. You work for the clients. So you still have people calling you, sending you emails, asking for this, asking for that. It's not the end of the world. Can't say it was bad, but now it's like nobody. Like own boss, travel the world, trade, all that stuff. Gary Norton, he's OG, like, for sure, like, trader. He hates charts, like, with a passion. Anything I see of his, he's like, geez, I thought I took a few cracks on chart traders, but, mine's more in jest. He, like, fucking hates them. Maybe that's an extreme, but he's definitely not a fan. He's a little weird. I wish his like YouTube game was up a little bit better. Like he'll just randomly put out a video talking about stuff, and like he doesn't even like really name it like well. So, like I think from what I've seen of his, so like, but he's obviously an expert and he's got a lot of knowledge to share. So, Gary Norton. Oh, okay, sorry, I missed the thing. Yeah, Gary Norton had a course with when I bought your license. Okay, see, I don't. Yeah, that's one of the courses I was thinking. Not a bad course, like Gary Norton. I like. Yeah, and I've never taken anything of his. I've just kind of loosely followed him. Like I follow him on YouTube and whatever. So if he has a new video, it pops up on my feed. Look at this sneaky Pete sneaking back up. I take my lumps, but thing is, hindsight's 20/20. That could have easily just continued to run down and completely destroyed us. So. Just part of the deal. Assume trade volume helps in entry exit. It bounced back up from 45K. Yeah, the volume column here. It helps. Yeah, it's mainly like I'm looking to see, where people are trading, and especially the break. I really like it for just like, where's the high point, where's, excuse me, the low point of the session. It's that time in the stream where I start to lose my voice from talking away. We'll see if anything exciting happens here. So give me a sec. I'm going to throw this on, be right back. I'm going to swap accounts. I'm going to log into my Interactive Brokers account. I don't feel like taking any more trades on my Top Step account in case the next trade goes sour too. I don't particularly want to like blow more of that money. We'll stir up. What do we need? 45. So yeah, we got about, we're still on the profit side of Top Step, so that's good. But that's it. Okay, let me, and I think this will like disappear all the sounds and me talking. Give me like 3 to 5 minutes to swap this out to my brokerage account. Alright, we're back. So I swapped it to my Interactive Brokers account. Top Step, I'm clearly logged out. I'm still at like $5,000 in profit. I mean that was part of that eating that mega loss on that trade was I was already up 2,900 for the day from earlier. So we ate 4,500, so we're down 15 to $2,000 somewhere in there. It's all you round off in 500s, you know. So I swapped out. So right now this looks clean because it's pulling in. It takes a minute for Jigsaw, it seems, to pull in all the data again since it's like a fresh connection. So we'll give it time to resolve itself. I do not use the chart to look at support and resistance. I don't. It's not my thing. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at both. There we go. The Ultra Bond finally pulled in all its info. 10 years still working on it. It's getting there. Everybody's enjoying the Discord. That's good. So I don't use charts. That's true. So Max, going back to your message about Gary Norton, that's true. He's definitely not slick with the stuff, but I mean that's true. You definitely know he's a real guy. He's seasoned. Year over year, do you see improvements in your trading? Definitely more so the first few years. I wouldn't say like 100% leveled out, but it definitely like cools off. Like it gets to kind of like a plateau or something. But I'm fine with it too. It's not like I'm out there like trying to push it and like how can I figure out how to do this like so much better and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, it hasn't got worse. Let's put it that way. No, regardless of what you just saw, but I would say the first few years, like huge jumps. Like, so maybe comparing it to the first few years, that's why it feels like, well, it's kind of stalled. But really the first few years are when you go from like eating it and figuring things out and trying this and it doesn't work and you try something else and whatever, you work through it all. And then improving and then finally like went to Jigsaw, the Dom route, and then got better at that. So this last year, I wouldn't say it's I would say it's gotten better in a way. It's just like trading a little bit less. Like if anything, it's a bit more balanced life. Like I used to be the type person too. Like sat there all day, like market hours, and then in the evening, you know, I'd pop back on and see if there's any trades to take. And like it really like kind of, you know, you end up spending the majority of your day like trading, and I just didn't like that. So I think if anything, I got with the way I improved the last year or two was just like now just like balanced life, like trade mornings. Like I don't even like I never find myself like in an afternoon evening going like, man, I feel like I'm missing out. Like yeah, like I think like if I'm totally bored, I'm like, oh, you know, like let's check it out. But I definitely have never like put it as a priority over trading as a priority over like just going living life or doing something. So balance. But as far as the trading itself, probably not a ton of like improvement over the last year. Thought of going for Apteros with all the recent changes. I haven't, but honestly, they're not really on my radar. Like, you guys talking about Apteros is the first I've heard of anything Apteros in like years. Like, I just don't hear of them a lot in the conversation, so I didn't even know they made changes. So I would have to go look at them. I probably, depending on what the changes are, but honestly, I mean, I kind of mentioned it before, like, what didn't work for me was it felt I mean, don't get me wrong, this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it just didn't work for me. It was like, because it was more formal, it felt like more of a step back. Like, I got into trading to get to the point where I don't have a boss. I don't have anyone to report to. I don't have anyone to be accountable to, you know, like, and last I knew with them, it very much was like, you had to attend a mandatory, like that alone, mandatory weekly meeting. I'm like, nah, I'm out. Like, it's not for me. Sorry guys, I'm catching up. How come you don't have many funded accounts? How do you decide? Or how come you? I was gonna say I have a bunch. I mean, it's just kind of evolved over the years. Like it started out early with me just trying different companies, like most people do, right? Like, oh, this new company has these rules, let me try that, and then I started passing them. So I accumulated like accounts with different companies. Um, I never really got into like trade copies because that's another question I get, just kind of related. Is like, why don't you have like 20 accounts with Apex? I don't know. Like, I'm just not a big trade copier user person. No good reason why or why not. I like to just pop in and trade them as is, and it's like anything in life. Like I kind of have my favorites at any given moment. Like right now, I'm hot on the Top Step account and my own brokerage account. Like I've really been trading my own money more so this year than any of the prop firms. Like I keep them active to have them. And sure, money's money. Like no matter where it comes from, there's something rewarding about trading your own account too, because it's just like it's your money and it's like it's there if you want it. Not that I'm like withdrawing every day or anything, but uh sorry, I got sidetracked. So yeah, so the other ones, like I'll just kind of randomly trade them to keep them active and stuff, but not a big focus. Right now it's like, and it usually is that, like where I have like 2 or 3 accounts where it's kind of like what I fancy the most at any given moment, and right now that's the Top Step account and then my brokerage account, so. And yeah, that's also why I haven't really been like trying out for a ton of new accounts lately, and why I'd even be hesitant to try out for Apteros, because like I don't really want like another evaluation. And I'm not saying I wouldn't ever. Like I just did this Top Step one. Like obviously I'm still game for doing them. I'd have to check out Apteros and what their rules are, but first just knowing what it's like from the past, like they didn't really work for me. I mean, they're great. I mean the fact that they have like a more formal thing and the court and the NADRO course and the education and all that stuff, like a bit more like mentorship side, like it's fantastic. Well, on the plus side, guys, at least we got out when we did, because now it's run even further. So, let's see. I reckon you can only trade one at a time. That's correct, because yeah, with those, I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, that's also why it's like I don't just fire up all the different companies, because you can only literally log into like one Archer, like Rhythmic account at a time, any given time. So, spread the risk, more the merrier. Another good reason. And true. I mean, I don't really think of that stuff sometimes, but it does. It's like, like, or it's kind of like what I just did. It's like, all right, we just took a nice beating on our Top Step account. And I mean, I say that nice beating, but honestly, like we're down like $2,000, like ultimately for the day. Like it's our 1,500, $2,000. I didn't look at it before I logged out, but uh, not the end of the world. So, but it's like, all right, let's put that one away for today. Let's put that back in the toy box. Let's break out my own money. So yeah, it is about spreading risk rather than just keep trading the Top Step account, try to fight it back, and blah blah blah, and maybe hit the daily loss limit and all that stuff. It's like, nah, let's just put it away and trade something else. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm still catching up on the chat. So they do have mandatory meetings and reports and stuff. It's like a job. See, that's the exact reason I won't try out for them then. Like, I just don't want that at this stage of my life. Like, I worked hard to get to where I'm at, to where I don't have a job and have meetings and people to report to. So, not my thing, but not saying it's a bad thing. Like, something for everybody. It's actual prop firm. Yeah, I mean, they're basically, exactly. I mean, there's no other way to put it. They're an actual prop firm. Do you normally grow, oh man, I can't pronounce that name. Grow your own dank. Okay, there we go. Do you normally wait until the top or the bottom? Lately, yes. I kind of do. I really like favor those kind of try to break high, break lows type of things, like playing in the middle. Sometimes, but for the most part, you're going to find me waiting for the highs and lows. Today, I mean, the range is insane. I mean, it's definitely like a bigger range day for Ultra Bond, or Treasuries in general. I would say yes. I definitely find myself kind of looking for those highs and lows, but Sometimes in the middle is great for a tick or two. Like, but in general, to sum it up, yeah, usually wait till the highs and lows. I find. Um, I've heard Quant Tower. That is true. Ness is correct. Quant Tower does. I never think of it. I've never once used Quant Tower. I've never downloaded it. They do, and I believe it has its own built-in trade copier. Um, from what I understand, but I've never checked it out. I know it's free, or there's a paid version, but there's free version. I think the free version does like what most people need it to do in terms of multiple accounts and the copier. I think, could be wrong, but upsides to Apteros, CME rates on commissions and unlimited account sizes. Okay, so this lets you grow it. Have I ever thought of buying or leasing a seat? I haven't. That's the short answer. I guess I haven't thought of it too much. And honestly, like I normally don't take a lot of trades, so I know like you get the. I'm hesitate. I can't remember. Do you just like pay like no like fees and stuff, or very low fees, whatever it is. But thing is, I don't take a lot of trades normally, so it's not like I'm really racking up like a ton of commissions. And commissions and stuff on treasuries is lower relative to other products anyway, so the account balance keeps going up over time. So I haven't really thought of it. Something to look into. It's not something, honestly, that's probably crossed my mind in a long while. And back then, it wouldn't have been appropriate when it did. But something to look into. Like, honestly, I don't even quite know how it works these days. And like, I know in the old days, you had to, like, and maybe it's the same. Like, there was limited seats, and you had to, all this stuff. And I'm assuming it's somewhat similar still. Maybe. I don't know. I would do it if they have a fixed cost in 30 days, but the 30-day requirement just seems like a way to get an extra month's fees. I assume that's Apteros. I mean, they're a bit on the pricey side. I mean, I kind of mentioned the other day, it's why I never really, like, went down the Apteros rabbit hole too much, too, is nobody, like, I wasn't that interested, but nobody else seemed that interested. Like, occasionally, yes, some people are, but in general, most people are like, too much, 30 days, have to send in reports, not interested. And I was like, alright, so pretty much no one's interested, so I'm really not going to spin my wheels too much on Apteros. Okay, there you go. Quantar has a copier, and you can have multiple arithmetic connections. Wonder how, if I get really bored one day, I'll download it just to check it out. I could be denying myself a whole world of opportunity. Wonder if it, I want to see if it integrates with Jigsaw at all. I mean, it might. 10k profit target on 50k for Apteros. Because, yeah, everywhere else is like, what, 3 grand, 2,500, yeah. It's alright, yeah. Alright, we're playing it safe here. I mean, mentioning earlier, it didn't seem too put off by that loss, which is true. But it always gives you a little bit of hesitation on your next trade when you take a nice haircut. So you don't want to lose any more hair. Now, I have plenty of hair. My hair's long, but still, I don't want to lose any more hair in the trading world. There you go. Team player. I'm not a team player. See, that's not for me. I'm independent. We're lone wolf, like that. Was it? Shoot, I was just talking about that movie the other day. It was Zach Galifianakis, Bradley Cooper. They go to Vegas. Famous movie. Anyways, he's like the lone wolf, you know, Zach Galifianakis character. Wolf Pack of One, whatever, all that shit. Why can I never think of the name of that movie? Help me out. The Hangover. That's it. I think the reason is I always try to force the word Vegas into the movie title. I'm like, it's Vegas something, and it's not. It's just The Hangover. Hangover. Anyways, I go on random stuff. You're right. I'm not the team player, so. I've had the Express account, so this is day 6. Day 1, I dug myself a hole of 1,700. Here, let me see. Let me see if I can bring this up without, like... The problem is, my login to Top Step is, like, my actual, like, name, so... hang on, I'll show you the little graph that updates. Let me just get all logged in on my other screen and stuff. The short of it, since you probably don't care that much, but thank you for asking, is this is day 6. So Friday I dug myself a hole. Monday I dug myself out of it and then some. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were also profitable. Here, I got my graph up. Let me just I can show you. If Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were profitable. So I dug myself out of the hole on Monday. Two like mildly profitable days, like Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, which was yesterday, was really good. I made like $3,000, a little over $3,000. Yeah, I'm just looking now. My best day was almost $4,000. So that was probably yesterday. And then today we're down about. I'm down about $2,000. So I know you need like the 5 days profitable to get a withdrawal, all that stuff. Here, I think I can. Hang on a sec, guys. I'm gonna actually here. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna throw this on Be Right Back, and then I will bring it up. Okay, there you go. So yeah, I'm in the 150K count. So this was Friday. We ate it on the first day, 1,700. Never a great feeling. You know, you pass in 3 days, or I did pass in 3 days, and then get my live account Friday afternoon, eat it. Maybe it's just Fridays. No, because today wasn't the best day either. And then yeah, we dug ourselves out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, good days. Thursday, this is yesterday. Great day. We're up to whatever, just shy of. Well, it's right here, so about 7,000. Yeah, that's right, about 7,000. And then, so we have our 4 profitable days. Today was going to be day 5, but today we've eaten at about $2,000. So we're back down to about $7,000. So we're down to this doesn't update till the end of the day, but we're down to about 5,000 in profit. So that's fine. I mean, I'm not in a rush. This is like just cool to have, honestly. Like I was talking about earlier, like, I mean, Top Step I feel like is a long time coming. I didn't do them for years, so it's nice that I finally redo them or go with Top Step, and it's like, oh shoot, this is actually kind of cool. I mean, I always liked their dashboard. I mean, they've always been like professional and whatnot. So anyways, let me move this back home, and there you go. Let's see. Bonjour, boss. Comment ça va? Ça va bien, et toi? I was supposed to have French today, actually, like right now. But my French teacher bumped the lesson to this evening. So hey, you guys benefit to get to see me stream. I wasn't gonna originally. Do you have an end of day max loss once funded? So yes, that account. I won't bother to re-drag it over, but every day. Actually, here I will, just for kicks. Just a sec. I won't bother to. Just let me minimize. I gotta re-log in. I'm quick to close stuff. I'll show you though on their. I mean, they have a nice dashboard. Everything's like kind of there for you to see easily. So, hang on. I'm gonna drag it over in a sec. I just need to re-log in and all that stuff. Let it load. Their site's a little... Okay. So here. So on their dashboard at the end of every day, this updates. So you can see here, so this is the funded account or the express funded account. So every day there's a $3,000 daily loss limit, and that's signified by this red line. So hitting the red line just stops you out for the day, the solid red line. You don't lose your account or anything at that point. The dotted red line is what you don't want to get to. So if we lost, say today we lost $3,000 and then we lost another $3,000, would actually still be above this. Like the most you can lose in a day is $3,000. And it's updated at the end of the day. So, is that true? Actually, no, I don't think. The daily loss limit, when you hit that's what it is. The daily loss limit, when you hit the daily loss limit, you hit it for the day and boom, you're done for the day, I believe. But you don't lose your account. If you hit the red line, that's when you're out. But that one updates at the end of the day. Probably made that more confusing than it needs to be. But so today we're down like $2,000, so we're just gonna call it quits. Tomorrow or Monday, our balance will be about $5,000, give or take, and then so we'll still be, and then this line will also then update to always be like $3,000 less than, if that makes, because it's your daily loss limit. So there you go. There's also the scaling plan. So back here, I was only trading 3 contracts. I think at here above $2,000. I mean, we could click on it. So they scale you on this as well. Okay, so above 1,500 it goes to 4. Above 2,000 it goes to 5. So I jumped from 3 to 5 because I got that up over $2,000. Then from 3 to 4,500 is 10, which is where I was yesterday in that range. And then I started the day off above 4,500, so we were able to trade 15 today. So, so we'll be back down around $5,000. So we would still technically have 15 lots available to us on Monday. And there you go. Hang on. What's happening here? The Sneaky Pete's. Well, it's not that sneaky, but see earlier, if you remember, these guys were trading up near their highs. These guys weren't there. I was like, eh. Now these guys are starting to get up. I mean, they're not really out there. I was going to say they're starting to get towards their highs, but not really. I mean, more up here would be. In the ideal world, we'll see these guys take off, and these guys don't, and we're like, oh, score, let's jump in. Let's see. Sorry, let me catch up. Evolve my journaling. No. So I mean, I say no because I haven't done anything to evolve it. I use the Jigsaw journal, which is Journalytics. So it's just plugged in. Like, I don't have to do anything. Every single trade is just automatically ported into the journal. I very seldom look at it anymore, quite honestly. I should. But the few times I look, it's like almost always the same deal. And actually, somebody asked me to make a video about journaling and stats and all that stuff, so I plan on like digging into it and doing a little analysis maybe this weekend and make a video out of it, just because then it's like more I can explain each of the things. And there's terminology even in the journal. Some people some people know, but some people don't. Like MAE, MFE, what are those? Like do they matter? Stuff like that. So no, if anything, I probably use the journal less. But the nice thing is it's capturing every trade. Like the trades are in my journal, so anytime I want to go analyze them, they're there. Comment s'est passée ta journée sur les marches? This is where I have to break out Google Translate sometimes. I don't always know every single word in French. I mean, how's your day gone? Sur les marches. The markets. That makes sense. I should know Marche. market. See, I'm still learning, guys. Um, I ate it today a bit. We're down about $2,000, so had a couple winners nice early, and then took one big loser to wipe out. Sorry, I don't know how to say all this in French, so I'm just gonna say it in English. But had one big trade that kind of took out the profits and then some, but no problemo. Alors, ça commence bien, mais maintenant pas bien. Je suis moins $2,000 plus ou moins. So daily loss limit doesn't go away even when funded. No. And I mean, I don't know if they have something where you can request it be changed or you request it be gone. I don't know. I do know it's there though by default, the $3,000, at least on the 50K. Chris Moore asks, can you withdraw any time or sorry, the hard thing always, or set a target to make? So Top Steps rules are, you kind of, I won't drag the thing over again. You need 5 profitable days. They don't have to be consecutive to do a withdrawal. And you can, at that point, so I'm at 4. Today's a losing day, but if Monday's a profitable day, then I'd be at 5 and I could request a withdrawal. You can only withdraw, though, 50% of your profits, so you have to leave in the other half. But after 30 profitable days, regardless of if you, and you don't have to withdraw after 5 days, just you have that ability. After 30 profitable days in total, again, not consecutive, you can request up, then you unlock, you can get 100% of your balance if you want. And in that like 0 to 30 day range, you need 5 days. So like, so say I did a withdrawal after 5 days, then that kind of restarts the 5-day counter to my next withdrawal. Whenever you do that first like kind of withdrawal, it's going to reset the counter to 5 more days. So, I mean, it's up to people. I think I would just withdraw every 5 days just for the hell of it, and just to get a new 5-day counter going. Because say I'm thinking this through on this spot here. Say instead of withdrawing after 5 days, you just waited till 10 days. So then you do a withdrawal. Well, technically, you could have like done, and I mean 10 profitable days. You could have done one at 5, and you could have done the second one at 10, because you know what I mean. So probably, and I think most people probably every 5 profitable days will just withdraw, and then once you get 30 of those profitable days, then you're free and clear. You know what? Then you're free and clear to get 100% of your account. But you know what? Now that I say that, you probably still need to do the 5-day thing for each withdrawal. I don't know. That's a good question. I would guess they're not going to let you just withdraw whenever you want, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Or wait, I missed. So daily loss limit doesn't go away. Okay, wait. No, I answered that. Or so, do you mostly using personal account? So, I would say lately, mostly using my personal account, and this is my personal account you're looking at now, but earlier I was trading Top Step account, so. Yeah, I mean, Top Steps turned the corner. Like, they were like pretty much the best game in town back years ago. Then all the new companies came out and Top Step didn't seem as competitive. And if anything, they just had weird rules and they still had the 2 steps and all this stuff, right? And then they last summer really started improving. It just seems like this year too, like they've just continued to like, I mean, I like what they're doing, like stuff like, I might not use it, but the fact that they have like Top Step TV, or they have the platform Top Step X, which I haven't seen. I've seen like quick demos of it. I honestly don't know how you get access to it. I mean, I trade in Jigsaw, so didn't really bother me too much, but look at these guys. Now they're moving back up here. See, this is guys where, see, the 10 years are moving up and they're a little bit ahead kind of the Ultra Bonds. We'll keep our eyes peeled here. Yeah, I think Top Steps we're checking out. And I mean, then they dropped the prices to be more competitive on the pricing. They changed the days to pass to like, I mean, you could technically pass in 2, but you'd have to pretty much nail like 50-50 on the profits each day, give or take like a little bit of leniency. But I mean, I did it in 3. I just spread it out over 3, but even that's kind of cool. So yeah, like I really kind of changed my tune on Top Step. Not that I was ever like anti-Top Step, but it was always like, they're not really competitive anymore. To like, oh wow, now they're really like up their game. So they've definitely become a favorite again of people. I mean, myself included. Yeah, I do too. I mean, SHC 1995. Thank you. I appreciate it. On the code. Yeah, it's nice that like you know that like even if you hit that daily loss limit, you don't lose the account. Like you're just live to fight another day. And if you have enough buffer, like I do, like right, like I could hit the daily loss limit. I'm not going to, but I could hit the daily loss limit today. I could hit it tomorrow or Monday, and still my account would be live. Although at that point it would be kind of in jeopardy. I'd be pretty close to that like maximum loss or whatever, or the original balance. But I guess that would be a case for now just going back to doing withdrawals. That would almost be a case for not doing the withdrawals, right? Because you would just keep building your balance, but your complete, like, you lose your account is still at 150. Like, that's never going to go away. So you're building up more buffer. You still have a daily loss limit, but you've given yourself more overall buffer, if that makes sense. So I could see that, honestly. Let's see. Tough set is good, but there's a limit on the size. True. I mean, 150 is the biggest account they have. I mean, you can definitely get 300s, 250s elsewhere, and multiple accounts. I mean, that's with Top Step. Again, don't quote me on the rules. I think you can have 3... So it's either 2 or 3 sim funded like XFA accounts, but ultimately you can only have 1 live account. But I think they merged the XFAs, and I think again this is where, man, people like change the rules, or one person says this and somebody says no, that's wrong, they do this, and it's like, okay, I don't even know what's right anymore. But yeah, for people looking for like just multiple accounts, like yeah, like it's not the way. Anyways, sorry, I'm like watching the market, spacing out. Not really spacing out, just change in attention. See, this is like setting up more like how I actually like to see. Both of them are kind of moving up. If we could see the 10 years get a little run up here, that'd be awesome. Anyways, when you are looking for a catch-up trade, are you looking at the high-low of the day on the session? So the day. So exactly like right now what you're looking at is these are the days. So these refresh at 8:20 in the morning, and I have Jigsaw set up that way. I honestly forget where you do it, but it's somewhere you go in and click. I did it way back when. So yeah, I just look at the day. Just since most of the volume trades in the U.S. session. It would maybe be interesting to see, like, what would be cool is if there's a way to do both. Like, here's the overall session since last night, and here's just the U.S. session, but I don't believe there's any way to do that. Like, Jigsaw has some limitations. The 50K is only $49. Yeah, I mean, prices have come down. I mean, between that and the 2 days to pass and the whatever else, it's just become far more competitive, which is cool because it really looked like they were going to, like, not fade away, like go away, but they just seemed like they were left in the dust of all the new companies for a while. But they got it together. I mean, seriously, like I was saying earlier, it used to be 2 steps to pass Top Step, and I believe it was 5 days for the first step and 10 for the second. Like it was 15 days, but broken in. Like you basically had to redo the goals in the second step. Um, like looking back, it seems crazy, but at the time it was just like, all right, that's what it is. So how frustrating was it when you're like in step 2, day 8, and you blow the account? You're like, damn it! Like I know you could reset. The only good thing was you could reset it and stay in the same step. So if you're in step 2, you would just go back to the beginning of step 2. But it still was like 10 days for step 2. You know. Where can you get the current template? I will show you. You can find it on my site. Um, if you go to my site, go to more. Oops, hang on, it's reloading itself. Sorry, is that more? No, go to So go to more, go to software. Navigate yourself to software, and then Jigsaw Day Trader Review Discount. Skim past my little like analysis of Jigsaw and all that stuff. Um, right here, Canadian Futures Trader Jigsaw templates. I put these up like years ago, but I've been told by several people in the last month this still all works. So follow the instructions. Like there's quite a bit here. One of them is like the color template. That's why there's like a few steps. One of them's like the colors template. One of them's like the layout template, like to make it look like the same columns I have. The other one, I forget what it does, quite honestly. But yeah, like this is like the color template, blah blah. Anyways, just read all this, do the steps, it'll work, and then from there you can monkey with it and do whatever you want. But if you want the quick way to get to this, that's the way to do it. Hit the like button. That's right. How many people are watching? 53 people watching. Insanity. Have you ever get live prop firm account from it? Yeah, actually, so way back. So I have 2 accounts with Apex, both 300Ks. I've had them since. Well, I'll take that back. I had the first one from like the month after they launched back in 2021, September 2021. I remember it well. So by maybe it was November, whatever, a month or 2 after the fact I passed. So I got the first 300K. Then I don't remember when. It was the next year, so 2022 at some point. I passed the second 300K. Yeah, both those accounts are in live, but they have been for a good while. Like I just kind of take it for granted at this point. So. And I haven't done. I mean, I think I tried for another account at one point and blew it. And I think I made videos of it. It's there somewhere on my channel, but I haven't really gone for more. It's the same, like kind of what we talked about earlier. Like I don't really like using Trade Copier. Nothing bad against them. I just don't. I don't know. I like having this risk spread amongst different companies rather than have a bunch of accounts at one company. But anyways, is there any indicator maybe on NinjaTrader that would sound alert when X number of orders are pulled or added or potentially trigger trade? So I don't know about NinjaTrader. There's like plugins. I'm not going to start it because I don't even know where it is. Let me look. Jigsaw had some plugin that did something similar to that. No, it wasn't those. Maybe they got rid of it. Shoot. Yeah, I do wonder if they actually got rid of it. There used to be something here where it was like a sound-based thing. So you could set it probably to what you're asking. I don't remember. I just remember I turned it on once or twice and like I couldn't like shut it off for an eternity. So I know there's also Squawk, Price Squawk, something like that. There is software. Honestly, I'm sorry, I just don't remember the names of them. There is software out there though, but it wasn't necessarily Jigsaw's software. I don't think it was just like a kind of an add-on thing. And there is other ones as well. I know there's one that came into Fancy like a year ago or something that people seemed really hot on for a while, and now nobody talks about it. But it was exactly that. It would make sounds based on things happening, like volume traded or how fast the price was moving, stuff like that. So just search around. Like, sorry, I'm not much help on that one. I'm not sure, but they are out there. or as far as an indicator, that I don't know. I mean, oh, maybe the sound. Oh, here's the sound thing. It's like right here on this. So it's on the reconstructed tape. And again, I don't want to start it because I swear I would start it and I would shut it off, but it would still keep making all the sounds and it just drove me nuts. But so there is one built into Jigsaw, but I'm gun shy about touching that button at all because I was traumatized by it in the past, not once but twice. So, but I don't know how good it is, and I almost think like the other one I was talking about that people were really into was better, but I forget the name. How much live account do you run? How many do you earn? Same trail stop, 7,500. Do you blow it? Okay, let me see. Let me try to answer. So how much live account do you run? I assume you mean, so with Apex I have 2 live accounts, and then with other companies, I mean, I tried to figure this out the other day. I've got a UProfit, I've got two UProfit accounts. I used to have a Lilu account, but that's long gone. I've got the Top Step account now. I had Urge to Trade, but lost that. I had Trade Day, lost that, and this is over the last several years. It's not like all last week or anything like that. I always blank on this. Take Profit Trader, I got, but I maxed out because for some weird reason they don't allow Canadians to move into a Pro Plus account, which is a weird one because they're pretty much the only company that forbids Canada. So that's a weird one. So I kind of maxed out with them, which kind of sucks because I actually like them, but you could only go so far as a Canadian. But I had an account that I just topped out and it's gone. I feel like I'm forgetting Top Step, Urge to Trade, Lilu. Who am I missing? I swear I'm missing. Anyways, a bunch. The ones I trade the most recently are Top Step and my own, and then I have my own brokerage account, which is what I probably trade the most. So Take Profit Trader, yeah, but that's the one I was just talking about. No Canadians. Well, so Take Profit Trader has, like most companies, like when you pass, you can take the evaluation. When you pass the evaluation, you go to a pro account. You can trade the pro account as a Canadian, but that tops out at so much in profit. Like I think $5,000, but I could be wrong. But whatever, say it's $5,000. Once you hit the $5,000 thing, they move you to a live account, or live in quotes, but Pro Plus is what they call it, is their name for it. You can't move into the Pro Plus as a Canadian, and there's some other countries as well. Why, I don't know. I asked, I didn't get an answer. I think I have a good relationship with those guys. I don't know why I didn't reply. So I just didn't push it. I was like, all right, whatever. Anyways, okay, so wait, let me get back. Let me try it. So how many do you earn? Okay. So yeah, so now I've got whatever I've got. I don't know, 6, 7, something like that. I mean, I've passed and blown more than that over the years. I haven't really tried out for many this past year. Take Profit, this Top Step. I couldn't know. Like some of it just kind of bleeds together. Like I don't remember, it was like last year or I mean, we're almost at the end of this year, so it's like, anyways. Same trail stop on 7,500. Same trail stop. I'm not quite sure what that means. Did you blow it? So I've blown a few, but I still have my Apex and the Top Step, UProfits. I swear there's another one. I'm like blanking. I'm obviously not as invested in them. CFT, I think your best trader I've seen since I started about a year and a half ago. Well, you weren't here earlier. No, I'm kidding. I always a little self-deprecating humor, but yeah, no. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well done. You provide some great content. Thank you. You are welcome, Chris Moore. I appreciate it. I continue because hopefully I hear that it helps people. So so SHC, your own brokerage account, more than an 8-figure. I mean, like a balance, or how much I've made, or what would 8 figures be? That's like more than 10 million, right? 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 7 figures would be like single-digit millions. No. Not 8. Well, no. So I don't have accounts over 10 million, and haven't made over 10 million, but I have made more than a million, if you want to like put it that way. Um, Balance. I mean, the prop firms. So I've passed. Um, no, even still, like the ones I've passed. I mean, yeah, it sounds like a lot of accounts, but it's like 50K here, 100K here, 300 here, another 50K, whatever. Like, no, I think I was up to, last I added it up, like in terms of passing, I passed like a little over, like in quotes, 2 million in accounts. But I mean, they're not like, we know, like it's not like you have $2 million sitting in your accounts. But then some of those are blown. So in terms of accounts I have now, probably 3, 6, 7, 8, probably somewhere around a million in the prop firm accounts. And then in my own trading account, I mean, I keep a hefty sum. It's six figures, not seven. And a lot of that is just for margin. Like, thing is with interactive brokers, what sucks is like the margins are crazy high relative to like US, like NinjaTrade brokerage, Trade of Eight, when they were separate, all those. I can't even think of the other ones, like AMP, stuff like that, AMP. You can open an account in the US for like $500. Like with NinjaTrader in Canada, it's like the margins on Ultra Bond are like roughly 9,000 a contract with interactive. In the States, like in NinjaTrade, I think it's like 1,000, maybe 2,000. I mean, it changes a bit time to time based on volatility, but so I need to keep like a big balance just to have margin available to trade like size is kind of the reason. Thank you, Vadim. Too small. Oh, I don't think so. I mean, with my balance on interactive, I can trade more lots than I need to trade in any given trade, so I'm good. I seem to be doing all right, so I think I'm good. Is there a requirement to make X number of trades per month? So then someone replied, or it was you who replied, Lilu demands 12 active days. Damn, all right. So yes, and each company has different rules, and sometimes they change. So I'm not always. That's why I just try to trade the accounts. So regardless of what their rules are, hopefully I'm on top of it. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if someday there some companies like, oh, you didn't trade enough days on this account. Like, geez, I really should circle back. Like, I know Earn to Trade is the one that comes to mind. It used to be like one trade, you had to trade at least once a week. And then I know other companies do have rules, but I don't know exactly what they are. Like, none of them require like every day. But I try to, on my own side, do at least like each at least once a week. But with someone like Lilu, that wouldn't, I mean, 12 days a month. I mean, there's really at best 22 trading days a month. Some months maybe 23. Um, on the low end, some months, like I think February, I had this in a spreadsheet. It's only like 19 trading days or something, because like depending on where the weekends fall and holidays and all that stuff. Um, so 12 is like you're gonna have to take several days a week. So I should circle back and see. I don't know of that requirement with anyone else like that strict. So, but definitely not. I would go so far as to say I'm not 100% sure on some of them. I'll try to Google it up. There's a lot to stay on top of. Like, it's one thing if you're just like following one company and you're like, okay, like, it wouldn't be too bad, but it's like you're trying to like juggle like a bunch and you're like, okay, what's your rules? What's your rules? Seems like you're running prop accounts separately. That's true. Like, I trade them individually. I don't trade them all at the same time or anything. So, no, I do one at a time. And yeah, this is kind of slowed down here. I've been eyeballing the treasuries here, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm still watching, but it's not as frisky as it was a little bit ago. I guess it is coming into the lunch hour. This is usually the time of day where I would stop if I was still trading, which we kind of are, I guess, but I would be stopping. Like, anyways, let's see. Separately. So yeah, I run, and Yeah, my pleasure. On being transparent. I mean, so I try to emphasize sometimes, like, I don't have anything to sell. Like, when I tell people I have a course on my site, I usually follow that with, it's free. Like, I'm not, like, trying to talk you into going and paying me for some course. Like, go take it if you want. If you don't, no problem. Like, it's just, I tried, and it all started from years ago when I first started future trading. It was, like, impossible to find any good info. It was either people selling courses or just like, just no good info out there. Like, so as I started, like, learning stuff, that's why I started the YouTube video or channel, and then that's like subsequently why I started the website, because it's like I would get a lot of like people email, they would see the videos and they'd be like, oh hey, like what do you think of whatever at the time, you know, Top Step or Lilu or whoever, Earn the Trade. Those were kind of the only games in town back then. What do you think of this one or that one, or what do you think of pros or cons versus this versus that? I was like, all right, well let me just, rather than write each person individually, I'll just make a video or I'll write an article. And it just kind of went from there. And now here we are, like 4 years later. I think it was actually like literally, is it 2020? No, wait, 20, 2019? I think it was, I can look, it doesn't matter. It was either December 2019 or 2020 when I started the YouTube channel, so it's been 3 or 4 years, so. SHC from Korea, good to have you here. I'm glad you found your way. Triple witch or quad day making price action strange. I'll say. I got burned on. Look at this sea of red. It's a sell-a-thon over here on the 10 years. Let's check out Discord. By the way, if you're not in Discord, here, let me put the link. I'm guessing the majority of you are. That didn't work. See, I guys, little insight there. I've got shortcuts set up on my keyboard, so if I type DDDD and hit enter, boom, full link. I just forgot to hit the enter part. There you go. Makes life so much easier on stuff you repeatedly type, like your email address or like a website address. A couple of keyboard shortcuts, you know, CCCC is my website, DDDD is my Discord now. There you go. So there's the link right there. Let's see if I can. It's growing. I just started the Discord literally like Wednesday. It's when I worked on it for a while, week plus, and then refined it, and then I kicked it. I wasn't gonna kick it off till like Thursday or Friday, but then I kind of mentioned it on here, I think on Wednesday, and then people started showing up. And I was like, ah, screw it, let's just tell everybody. So, nice little community, growing, of course, brand new, exciting to see people. No big fights so far. I'm looking at the robots. I have robots running. Have my first imposter show up. The robot caught it though. Somebody trying to pretend to be me. Be careful, guys. Like I just said, I'm never going to try to sell you anything. So. I see SHC 1995 found his way. Bank robber. Thanks for. I'm looking at the Discord now, but you know, bank robber. Thanks for commenting. Sorry, SHCC. I don't know why the bot grabbed you. Gave you a warning. I don't know why. See, this is the part of the Discord we're still like fine tuning. Like you type 2 sentences quickly and the bot didn't like it, so I just need to figure it out. I'll answer your questions in a second. Sorry, I'm like kind of at this point like triple. I'm watching my DOMs, I'm watching the YouTube chat, and I'm kind of taking a quick gander through the Discord just to see. What I'm really curious about is this imposter. I'm gonna go ahead and ban them. My first imposter showed up, but luckily SHC, to quickly answer your questions rather than type all the answers on the Discord. I have traded the Euro bonds before, the bond, the bobble, FGBM, FGBL. I don't actively. I have, but I mean, it's just like I'm always just kind of stuck to UB. I don't really trade ZB anymore either. And when I say I don't really, I just don't. Like, I pretty much only trade the Ultra Bond. Monitors, I have two big ones. I have like two big 32-inch curved monitors, something like that. I was going to say 36, but I think there's 32, but plenty of real estate nonetheless. So one screen is all the trading stuff. That's what you see on the YouTube videos, or the channel like live right now. The other screen's just where I do everything else. Look at the Discord, whatever else. Look at pictures of cats. I don't know. Let's see. Let me get back to YouTube. August. Oh, wow. Okay. August 27, 2020. So it's been 1, 2, 3. So over 4 years. Huh. I swear I didn't put my first video up till December. Did I, like, if you're there, did I start it like 27th, but then I didn't post a video till like December? Maybe I did start posting in August. I don't know. I swear my first videos were like passing like top step, passing one up, stuff like that. Inconvertible truth. I always have problems with your name. Those long words, man. No. Inconvertible. No, I always say it wrong. I always think I say it right, and then I realize, no, I didn't even say it right. Incontrovertible truth. Nice. There's an extra like group of syllable in there. I want to say thank you for intro to doing this. Learn a lot about Dom training. It's been eye-opening. Nice. Well, I am glad. I don't try to convert anyone. Like, I'm not like out there preaching the choir. But I mean, it's what I do. I just stumbled on it through my many months of research back in the day. When I wasn't really digging chart trading, it wasn't working out very well for me. I was very frustrated. More than once that first year, I was ready to give up trading. I think I even did give it up for like a month. Like, I was like, forget it. For using non-swear words. Like, forget this. But I would step away for a month, and then like the frustration would die down. I'd be like, okay, like I know what I did wrong. Maybe if I go back and this time really focus on not doing that thing wrong, it'll be better. And that's just what kind of worked over time. Kind of fixed like one thing, and then one thing, and then one thing, and then eventually it turned a corner. Which was a nice feeling after a year plus of banging my head against the wall. It always feels so frustrating when you're not, like, I like to think I'm pretty good at, like, learning stuff, like, and figuring it out. I like the challenge, but the reward is obviously being successful at something. So when you spend a year, like, trading, and it's like, you keep losing and making the same mistakes, like, it was really getting frustrating. So I appreciate people's pain when I see people, I'm not saying you, I'm just in general, in convertible, I'm not talking, like, just in general, people are like, oh man, this sucks, or this is so tough, or I don't know how you do it, or blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's like, it's tough, man. It takes some learning for sure. Oops. Oh man, speaking of bots and stuff, I go on YouTube. I have filters set on YouTube comments, because same deal, man. It gets so many, like, people trying to sell crypto or sell YouTube views, commenting, but then the problem is a lot of like real comments get caught in the filter, so I try to remember to check it at least once a day and see. Just approving people's comments, guys. I really created a full-time job for myself. People ask if I trade full-time. I trade part-time in the mornings, and I manage everything CFT the rest of the day. The YouTubes, now the Discord. I really created a job for myself with the Discord, but I love it, so I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. Okay, let's approve some of these comments, blah, blah, blah. At least the bot ones are usually pretty obvious. Okay. Okay. Let's get back here. How many computers? Just one. Well, I have a desktop and I have a laptop, and I switch between them. I don't use them all at the same time. But for trading, what you're looking at on the screen is a remote desktop. So I pay for a service. So I have access to a remote desktop. It's Windows-based, since most trading software is Windows-based, and I use Macs in my daily life. So I log into the remote desktop, and that's what you're seeing. The nice thing for me, I mean, there's benefits to it, whatever, but the thing for me is because I switch between like my laptop and my desktop, I just have one remote desktop to log into, and it's always set up the same. You know, it always looks the same. I don't have to manage two computers. I just log in to the remote one. So in some ways you could say I use three computers, but I'm really just trading on the one remote one. Yeah, this really has slowed down. We'll hang in there though. So far, so good. Having fun, answering questions, hanging out. You can listen to me filter Discord bots and YouTube comments and stuff. I don't want to put a well, I was going to say I don't want to put a damper on it, but it really has slowed down. It might not be much more trading. I know we've hung out for a while. I'm still going to hold on, though. As long as I'm sitting here, I'll keep streaming. It's your choice. You want to watch? But who knows? Maybe we'll get a nice little setup. Let me get back to you guys. Livestock says everyone interprets info differently. So true. That's what makes the markets go round, right? I'm busy buying when I should have been selling. Someone else is like, let's sell. And yeah, I mean, ultimately, like whether I use Jigsaw or someone uses chart or whatever, it's like the same info, just a different view, right? Like if you brought up Ultra Bond on a chart, you would see it go up and high and then come down and go up and then come down and then come way down, and like you'd see the same stuff. Like some people ask like, why don't you use a chart? It's like I can visualize what the chart looks like just based on what we've watched. Like I don't need a bunch of lines to show me that, but I mean I get why people chart trade, so I'm not trying to bag on chart traders. I like to keep it stripped down and simple as possible. Anyways, incontrovertible truth. May I ask, is there anyone, you're IT from now on. You were probably IT last time. I probably gave you that same name. You're now IT. May I ask, is there anyone else that you learned from a lot like John? John, main one. Fat Cat to a degree. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He has a YouTube channel. Character. If anything, I like him because he's funny. He has his own Discord too, if you want to join it. I think he's traded the treasuries, but he does a lot of like everything. Like not everything, but he trades like ES and stuff like that. But he uses Jigsaw too, so his videos are good, and he does put out a lot of educational content. Like I've noticed lately too, like he's done more on the educational front. So, I heard the little noise, so the goblin should pop up. So there he is. Andalo Kulo. Sorry if I say your name wrong. Just subscribe, but most important, the goblin appears. Anyways, so yeah, Fat Cat. Honestly, other than that, there's not much. Like it was tough to find treasury trading and or Jigsaw trading content, which is in part why I started too. I was like, all right, let me try to explain this for other people. really tough. Like, and I searched high and low. Believe me, I'm like on YouTube and Google's and searching and searching and searching. Um, like you'll find random stuff sometimes, but nothing quality. I mean, or tell me if I'm wrong. Maybe there is somebody else out there, but I haven't heard anything or seen anything else myself. So, which is unfortunate, but in some ways it makes it a cool like elite club, right? It's just you don't really get to benefit much from others. But if you haven't seen Fat Cat, I'd recommend check him out. Make work project, pretty much. We'll see. So far the Discord though seems to be good. Pop in, check it out. Make sure all is good. No bots, no bad bots. There's just no imposters, people selling stuff, all that. Um, do you use Mac Studio? I don't. I honestly don't even know what Mac Studio is. Like for editing or for streaming? Like for streaming, I just use OBS, Streamlabs, OBS, whatever it's called. And then editing, I use iMovie, just on the Mac. I mean, as long as the goblin can appear, that's all that's important. Have you tried Jigsaw against Tradebait? Any difference in the data execution between Rhythmic Tradebait data providers or order executions? I have not. Nah, I have not, honestly. I'm just so like down the Jigsaw rabbit hole, and like it's worked fine. Like I've almost never, once in a blue moon, I've run into an issue with Jigsaw, but it's not enough to discourage me from using it, obviously. So, nah, I really haven't tried like other platforms and see how the execution is. Like I really like don't even like. It's been a long time since I like logged into a Tradebait and like actually sat and looked at it. You know, like I just pipe my accounts into Jigsaw like this, and this is like what you see is what I look at like every day. So Mac is so I have two Macs. I have a desktop like a Mac Mini, and I have a laptop, ProBook, Mac Pro book, whatever they call. Like like when I do the streams and stuff, I'm on my desktop. Like I don't stream from the laptop. It's just not worth the hassle for me. Like to put it like how it is. Like I like having the two screens here. I can have the stream be one, and I can still like see your chat and do other stuff on the other screen. On the laptop, it'd just be too tough. I went through the Trade Pro course Toronto, but Footprint really wasn't my thing. It's a bit pricey. I'm not even familiar with it, to be honest. I'll have to look this up. I feel like I've heard of this before, but I really don't know much about it. I assume Trade Pro Academy. Okay, yeah, options, futures, trading, stock trading. So yeah, I'm curious what your comment was. I kind of cut myself off there. Really wasn't my thing, a bit pricey. So let's see here. I'm curious what, like just off the bat, like I've never been a fan of like paying for education. I'm not saying it's all bad or anything. And like if you're starting out, like certainly it might be the way to go. I've never charged for anything. And it's not like I have a ton of content. Okay, I mean wait, So they have a trade room, which is $220 a day for Discord and the live Zoom. Yeah, see, stuff like this, I'm usually like pretty put off like right away. I'm like, eh.
Reading the depth of market.
Oops.
Right. A lot of people look at.
Well, now I get to hear their pitch. Let me mute this if I can get rid of all their pop-ups. Good grief. Stop. Alright, this is about the point I close out of their site because yeah, whatever it is they offer, I can imagine it's, but I mean, I don't know, to each their own. I've always been more of an advocate of, you can like, I taught myself for free using YouTube, using John Grady's stuff and whatever, but then, I mean, I went on to pay for his courses, but it's a few $100 or whatever, and that was kind of like, Like, if I hadn't, I mean, I might have been fine anyways. Like, I don't know. Try to encourage people to, like, get out there and figure out what they like doing. Like, how they like to trade. But, I mean, to each their own. So, yeah, Fat Cat's pretty interesting. Okay, so he's only ES. Okay, yeah. Like, honestly, I haven't looked at, I follow Fat Cat, so I get, like, notices when he puts up a new video, so I usually read the title and stuff, but I don't actually sit and, like, absorb the videos, so I really don't know, like, what he's putting out lately, other than I have seen him put out, like, some educational stuff and whatever. Like, it's not just trading and whatever. I mean, it's trading related, or adjacent. Um, and I know he has pretty active Discord, so... I like his character. I mean, with his, like, green, like, clear, what do you call that? Like, old style, like, accountant type visor. There's the one, like, like, a year or two ago, video where he's, like, blasting off into space and all this stuff. With, like, space helmet. That was pretty funny. I like the humor aspect of Fat Cat, but I mean, I think he's a good trader, too. He's good stuff, so. Yeah, I agree, livestock. Like, I'm trying to, like, not be mean about it in case other people are way into it, but yeah, I'm not a, like, group trade together, let's all call out, like, our entries and, like, here's a good opportunity and stuff like I'm not in the, like, I'd rather, like, I think it's better long term to be self-sufficient and, like, figure out than rely on someone else. And yeah, or just get sucked into, like, one way of thinking, you know, like, so anyways, so what time is it? 12:12. Let's give it till 12:30 and we'll call it quits. I mean, obviously, as usual, usually give up on the trading at some point. I start looking at other YouTubes and courses and other stuff, but nothing too, I mean, there's been some excitement. It's obviously moved around, but we haven't done too much on the trading front the last hour plus. I would say that's fair. I ordered yesterday. Sorry, I'm, like, looking at email, looking at charts, and talking at the same time. It's never a good combo. Because I'm traveling a bunch in January and February. So I actually ordered one of those wackadoo, like, because I only obviously bring my laptop when I travel, but I actually ordered one of those things you, like, kind of strap on the back and, like, has, like, two, like, kind of monitors that slide out to the sides that effectively turns your laptop into, like, a 3-screen deal. So you never know, I might be able to stream from that. I just like having at least 2 monitors to, like, manage everything, so. Are we going to get another trade? Bring it back full circle. Trading. Anything exciting happening? Not so far. I need to rewatch. Hang on, I'm gonna go. Actually, here, I'll bring it up on this screen just so you guys can see it. It doesn't look. Let's just take one final peek here. Yeah, there's not too much exciting. Let's get to the point in the stream where we look at YouTube's. Fat Cat trading. Okay, there he is. So hang on, let's go to his channel. I'm subscribed. Okay, let's see. Videos for Fat Cat. Yeah, like he's got a new visor. He used to wear the green one. Anyways, how to start reviewing your trades, right? Slow chart. This was pretty funny on the on the thumbnails too. The tortoise with his face. Load notes. This is what I'm talking about. More like it's not just pure like trade video. Like I'm sure there's trading in these videos, but kind of like stuff. So advice for new traders. This is hilarious. See, it cracks me up. I don't even have to watch the videos. It's funny. It's like the cat holding a baby. Fat cat. Home run trade. I'm trying to think of see, I was gonna say he went through Apteros. I have no idea. He did 4-part review. Damn, pretty extensive too. This one's over an hour, just this video. He's really committed to these thumbnails. I just throw on a bunch of emojis and like a colorful background and that's it. So look at his setup just so you can see the thumbnail there or the preview of the video. He's got like a shit ton of screens. I was trying, I think I watched this, yeah, 3 years ago. See, I used to watch more of his videos back then. Anyways, if anybody's looking for some Dom trading or just an interesting dude to watch, go just search for Fat Cat Trading and you'll find them. Order flow. So I'm curious. I'm gonna watch some of these later. I'm curious. I don't know if I can commit to like an hour video. They make like some long videos, which is great on the education front, but I don't know that I'm in for an hour. I'll just skim. Do you have like a 10-minute video of anything fun? Oh, that's cool. He does a donation thing with Ko-Fi. That's pretty cool, actually. Alright, enough looking at this. But there you go. There's Fat Cat. He's worth checking out. Let's go back to this. I logged in a few minutes ago. Have you taken any trades yet? Tom G, welcome. Yes. Let me give you the rundown. We're going to end here shortly in about 10-15 minutes, unless something exciting happens. But I did one trade early that was profitable for 3 ticks. 15 contracts, I believe. Or no. Was that one just 5? Whatever. It's profitable for 3 ticks. I can't remember if it was 5 or 15 lots. I think it was just 5 lots, honestly. Actually, to be fair, I think it was just 5 lots. Then we entered another trade shortly after that, and this is early in the stream, where we were long for 15, and we ate a multi-tick loser that amounted to about $4,500 loss. So there you go. There's the recap. But the redeeming factor, well, not really redeeming, it was a horrible trade, but horrible trade management, I should say, on my part. I had already been up from pre-stream about 2,900, yeah, something like that. I think I might be wrong. I think it was up about $3,000 after the winning trade, and then we lost 4,500. That's what it was. So in general, we're down about 15 to 2,000. So 2,000 would be max, but probably 15, 17K we're down. That was on my Top Step XFA account, funded account. We since have switched to my brokerage account and have not taken one trade. Things really kind of cooled off on the activity front. So there's your rundown. You didn't miss much, but if you want to see me eat about 4,500 in one trade, I encourage you when the stream's over, go back and watch the replay. Hey, look at this. You know what's weird? I just noticed this now. We were complaining earlier because I made my DOM super big, but the current price action was like tiny font. At some point, it resolved itself. Now, if anything, it's big font. I think it's like the same size, it's just in bold, so it looks like a little bit bigger. But yeah, you can see like, hey, well it resolved itself. Always nice when a problem resolves itself. Wasn't life-threatening problem. Yeah, Apteros review is just the... Sorry, again, this damn heart thing foils me every time. I can't... Oh, it's just the course itself. Okay. You know who else might use Jigsaw? I'm just thinking of this now. Speculator Seth. I haven't checked out his channel in an eternity. I know I believe he's all over, like he doesn't just trade futures. He trades like, okay, here he's trading futures, maybe. Here, let's just go to, day trading scammers, Jigsaw review. Oh, that's 2 years ago. Where in the hell? What am I missing here? Hang on.
So, you're thinking.
Okay, here we go. Now we're to the proper. That wasn't like necessarily the latest videos. Oh, he hasn't. See, I think he live streams quite often, but let me see. Okay, so like he streamed today, day ago. So he live streamed every day, but as far as videos, he only puts out videos sometimes. Why you suck at day trading, Ninja Trader 8, blah blah blah. But yeah, you can see here in the thumbnail even he uses Jigsaw. I believe he trades, yeah, like stocks and stuff. No idea, good, bad, other. I never, like, yeah, he doesn't come up in the conversation often. Seems like all his videos are futures. Yeah, sorry, I'm just like skimming here and kind of quickly reading the titles. Anyways, alright, well there you go. If you want another person that uses Jigsaw, I don't see a ton of like informational or educational about Jigsaw stuff per se. I mean, here you have a Jigsaw settings and workspace. I mean, it's probably not necessarily teaching Jigsaw, but it's order flow DOM trading for beginners. I mean, it's 2 years old, might be valuable. Does the bond market know something you don't? Anyways, there you go. You've got another one to check out. I just thought of him for some off reason, but yeah, it's... Le Tigre Rouge, I did welcome, first of all, and I saw their video, so I haven't downloaded the update or any of that stuff. That's probably what I'll do, actually, when I finish the stream here shortly. I'll install the update. Yeah, some of the things I like that, I mean, some of them don't matter as much to, treasury trading, because it moves so damn slow, but, like where the trails thing, which I don't even have a good example now because it's not really moving, but they disappear, or like this will disappear if it's not part of the trail. You can also set this to clear out at some given interval, but I kind of like having it here. So I think the things are good, but I don't know how much of them I'll use and stuff. And then there was other features as well. Like nothing, like good, all good stuff. I don't think anything I saw I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like, that's going to change, like, how I trade or anything like that. But I will install I assume there's an update on their site. I'll just go look on my other monitor here. Getting hungry, too. It's lunchtime. Sorry guys, I'm like trying to get myself logged into Jigsaw on the other screen. I don't love the Jigsaw site. I will say that. It's not horrible, but it's not the most intuitive always, but it's coming from the guy that has a WordPress site. So, like finding software updates isn't like intuitive either. Alright, well I'll hunt around for this later, but I know they released an update, and somewhere on their site I'll find it and I'll install it. Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. Anyways, alright, I'll figure that out later. I like to think I'm a pretty smart guy, but I did not, on a few pages I would expect to see it, I didn't see anything about the update. Let's see, good chunk of the Axie guys use Jigsaw. There you go, nice. Oh, there's another good channel, Axie. I never think of that one too. That's more of like a professional prop firm out of London, I want to say. Here, since in the vein of since we're not trading much anymore, let's bring up Axia. Also happens to have a YouTube channel. It's very popular. So as far as I know, and again, this is my own, they have a proper meaning like in person and stuff, but they do a ton of content and stuff as well. And the last I looked, which was a good year plus ago, it was pretty good. But you could zip through their videos and see what happens. I mean, I don't know. There's a ton of stuff here. Footprint versus the DOM, but you can obviously see, like, even in the thumbnail, like, they're using, like, Jigsaw's DOM. So, yeah, a lot of these dudes use the Jigsaw thing. Yeah, I need to get caught up on what people are up to. Fat Cat, Specular Seth, and these guys. But another good resource you might find, like, not every video is obviously about DOM trading or futures trading whatsoever, but skip through their videos, you might find some useful stuff. So, there you go. We rediscovered a few. I swear that's it, though. John Grady, Fat Cat, Axia, Speculator Seth, and then there might be some other random people out there using Jigsaw Day Trader, but I'm sure there is. It's been a flurry the last few years of new people streaming and putting up content and stuff. Yeah, the current trade clearing with momentum is not very useful in bonds. Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, there's no tail to be had because it's not. There would just basically be no numbers here except for the current price, and maybe once in a while there'd be like a little sweep up or down, but it really wouldn't help too much. Earlier it was moving around at a nice little clip, but not right now. So let's see. It's intense, yeah. The Axia dudes, from what I remember, like, again, it's been a few years since I looked at, like, anyone else's, like, trading stuff, I feel like. Seems like the last thing I want to do after. I swear somebody got a new phone, but the number they're giving out is my number because I'm getting a ton of, like, texts lately. They're either scams or they're just, all of a sudden everybody's trying to reach Mary, and I'm not Mary, so. They got a new phone number, I should say, but they gave out my phone number, so. Alright, what time is it? It's 12:28. I think it's time to call it, guys. I was hanging in. I was hoping for some miracle flurry of fun, but nothing is happening, honestly. I think it's a good time to stop it. It's 2+ hours. You guys have been great as always. Thank you as much for tuning in, watching, hanging out. Chat it up on the Discord. I'll post the Discord one more time just in case. I should have pinned it from the start, but whatever. We're here now. If you're not part of the Discord, I started the Discord earlier this week. It is brand new, effectively. It's going swimmingly. Go chit-chat with other traders, talk amongst yourself, and I'll be around on there off and on through the day. Not all day, but I like to check in, see what people are talking about. What's the word on the streets? The trader streets. And, yeah, I think that's it. Alright, well, maybe, like always, a maybe for Monday. Monday, we will see. Maybe a stream, maybe not. Just depends on what I've got going on, honestly, any given day. Maybe Monday, and maybe we try to, like, get that 5th profitable day on Top Step so we can do a withdrawal on Tuesday from Top Step. That would be aces. Maybe that's the plan. We really make an effort to stream on Monday. Let's get back to that Top Step account. Fresh eyes, fresh day, fresh week. All the good stuff. Alright, guys. I think it's time we part ways for now, but only for a little bit. I'll do videos on Monday. Probably. Let's put it at 90% live stream. And, but you'll find me on the Discord. Alright, everyone have a fantastic weekend.